Hi sir, this is Ambika from Tibili department. Today's my topic is a presentation on strings, declaration, initialization. Introduction. Strings are an initial data type in programming. They are used to represent text and declare and initialized in various ways. Understanding strings declaration and initialization in circular from effective programming. Strings declaration. In most programming languages, strings are declared using the keywords strings. The syntax for declaration a string variable is string variable name. Once declared, the variable can hold a sequence of characters. Strings initialization literal. Strings can be initialized with literal values enclosed in quotations. Example, hello world is a string literal. Literal initialization in straightforward and commonly used. String initialization empty. Strings can be initialized as empty by assigning an empty string in literal. Example, string variable name. Double quotations. Initialize the variable name as an empty strings. Empty initialization is useful when the actual values is known at declaration. Strings can initialize concentration. Strings can be initialized by concatenation multiple strings or variables. Example, hello plus plus world. Concatenation they three strings into one. Concatenation allows for dynamic strings creation. Strings initialize user input. User can be initialized by accepting user input. Example, string name. Conceal read user input and assigning to the name variable. User input initialization allows for interactive programs. Strings initialization conversion. Strings can be initialized by converting other data type to strings. Example, int age equals to 25, string equals to 9 age to string converts the age integer to string. Conversion initialization is useful when using strings in calculation or comparison. Strings initialization method written. Strings can be initialized by the returning value of method. Example, strings result equals to get data from AP. Initializes the result strings with the data returned from an API method. Return initialization enable dynamic data reversal. Strings initialization array elements. Strings can be initialized by assigning specific elements of an array. Example, strings first element equals to array number. Initializing the first element strings with the value at index 0 of the array element initialize is useful when working with arrays of strings. Strings summary. Strings declaration and initialize are an essential concept in programming. Strings can be declared using the strings keywords followed by a variable name. Initialization can be done using literals, concatations, user input, conversions, method return, or arrays elements. Thank you, sir.